What's up, my moon babes? Welcome or welcome back to another reading. Today we're going to be getting into what your inner child would like for you to know. So let's get right into it. I do have a breakdown for this reading. First and foremost, we're going to get into the big question, what your inner child would like for you to know. Then we're going to get into the details, the tarot, of course, naturally, the nitty-gritty, pulling advice, and a self-care card, because I want to see how you need to be taking care of yourself in this moment. Tapping into your inner child can be a lot sometimes. So we're going to delve into that and see what it comes out. Then we have charms. I do want to pull charms today. So lengthy reading. I feel like it's going to be a really good reading. But let's get into the groups. For my group ones, we have this, I call her the mysterious stone, because I literally just picked it up one night. It was glimmering in the moonlight. And I fell in love with it, picked it up, and now she's part of my collection. And for the deck, I believe it's the Anatomy Tarot. You guys know me and naming things, especially a deck I use all the time. No, I'm just going to forget the names, but I believe it is the Anatomy Tarot. Moving on to my group twos, I think this is some type of jasper crystal, if I'm not mistaken. Oof, I'll flip it. And then we have the Tarot of the Divine. A little bit of a tongue twister if you're talking fast. Got that deck from my friend, love it. And I think this is in 𝚁𝚑𝚒𝚑𝚒, if I'm not mistaken, for my group threes. And the infamous Hope Tarot here. But yeah, take some time, breathe, pause the video, meditate a little bit. Just try to focus on what group is pulling to you. It's okay if it's more than one. And yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Hello, my group ones. If you chose this mystery crystal, the mystery stone, and the Anatomy Tarot, then this reading is for you. Actually, we're going to set these to the side and get right into the overall energy of what your inner child would like for you to know. I did pull some channeled messages. I'm actually going to read them as I pull some channeled messages. I'm actually going to read them while I pull these cards, or while I shuffle them. So for my group ones, I hope this lays flat enough. Who cares? Whatever. I have heavy on the heart. When I did pull your cards up first, I was like, I have really deep feeling in my chest. Like it was just like a really heavy on the heart type of energy. I'm gonna put this here, see if it sticks. Yeah, okay. Then we have breathe. Like I literally had to like really open my chest up some because my heart was so heavy. I heard you got this, because maybe you needed that motivation at the time. Maybe you need that motivation now. Breathe, you got this. Also got second house. Some of you may be Tauruses. That's the house of money and values. And it is ruled by Taurus. Heavy on the heart. And I was seeing like a heart in my head. I was going to draw it on here, but now that makes me think like values, strengthening your willpower. Like, I don't know. It's kind of the heart chakra is Leo is ruled by the heart chakra. So maybe some of you may be fire signs, but I was thinking about Venus and how Taurus is ruled by Venus. It's, the planet of love. Venus is very misunderstood, I feel like, though, when it comes to astrology. Tauruses are very misunderstood. And maybe you feel like that, and that's why you may be under a lot of pressure. That's why you got this heavy heart. You put yourself under a lot of pressure. Maybe you feel like you need to strengthen your willpower, or something needs to be strengthened within you to move forward with whatever you're trying to move forward with. Maybe you feel like I need to strengthen my heart because I'm not good enough, which, no, you are. Every part of you is. Never doubt yourself. Alrighty, what is the focus? What is What does my group one's inner child want them to know? What would they like for them to know, please? I already shuffled these cards a billion times. I was going to say between worlds. Yeah, some of you may be very unsure of yourself, and we have a loyal heart. Automatically, I feel like it's like you need to trust your heart. You need to trust yourself because you're always in between worlds. You're always in between the, should I go this way or should I do it the new way? Should I do it the more, I want to say the more evolved way? Because you've grown a lot. You've evolved definitely, but you still have those moments and those pieces of yourself that pop up like, oh, why aren't you doing it this way? We used to do it this way all the time and it used to work for us. Oh, we used to, well, okay, I just saw like picking up spare change. Because it's funny, earlier I saw change on my patio. I didn't think anything of it, but now that image is popping back up into my head. Like maybe you used to pick up spare change, and maybe this is you used to get money a certain way. That's how you used to do it, and now your mind kind of goes back like, we used to. What's the problem with doing that now? And it's like, no, we don't do that anymore. We don't need. I don't need to do that anymore. And I feel like your inner child is like, it's okay. You can let this go. It's okay. You got this. It's okay. You can move. You can breathe. You have a heavy heart. Like I keep having the feeling to do that. Like I need to do that. You're always in between. You're always like, okay, I need to do things the right way, but I can go back to doing things how I used to, and it doesn't really fit you anymore. Is what your inner child is telling you. It used to fit you. It used to fit us. So what your inner child is saying, like you at that age or whatever age your inner child is at, speaking to you at that moment, yeah, it fit for sure. It worked for us. That's how we got by. That's how we did that. But now we've grown so much. You have such a vivid perspective of the world. You have more of a perspective. It's not just black and white anymore. How is that black and white version doing things working for this oh so vivid, colorful, thoughtful, different, but in the best way? How is it going to do that if you're still trying to be black and white? Okay, we're gonna put her to the side. We're gonna put that to the side because that's a really deep energy, and I really felt like these readings were going to be deep today. So let's get into the tarot. Let's get into the details, the real nits and grits for my group one spirits. Protection, ancestors is what I heard. They're always there. You're never alone. Those of you that needed to hear that, you're never alone. It's actually getting a little hot in here. I should probably take this hoodie off before I start this reading. Okay, that is like 100 times better. I was definitely burning up in here. Okay. I swear, when I start channeling, I just get so hot. If I have like anything on my arms, I'm gonna get hot. Alrighty. The details, the nitty gritty for my group ones, what their inner child would like for them to know. The Empress in reverse. We have the, I believe that's the 8. No, it's the 9. No, it's 8. I've been reading tarot for so long, and every time I get on video, I feel like I'm just starting to read tarot again, except when I start channeling, obviously. But like when I look at the cards and I read numbers, I'm like, oh wait, it's 8, that's a 9, that's not, da da da. And I literally know what 9 is. Anyway, there we go, 9 of rods. Alrighty, and then we have the Ace of Cups. I'm actually going to drop this to see if it came out reverse or upright. Okay, kind of sideways, and it keeps coming out like that. Oh, leave her like that. We have Strength on the bottom of the deck in reverse. Okay. I feel like with this 8 of Wands coming out, I really do feel that your inner child and your inner psyche in general has been communicating with you. like it's been telling you, or you've been hearing it little by little, like, okay, you should do this, you should do that. But it's like you need to start taking care of yourself. Okay, you need to start doing this. I actually, we probably shouldn't be doing that. Like, it's like your intuition, your inner guidance is there and you hear it, but you haven't been taking care of yourself in the best way. With this Four of Cups here, I feel like you're focused on the black and white. You're focused on what works for you. You're focused on what's working for you in this moment, which is, it's fine, but if it's not benefiting you, what is it all for? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean that maybe it can be benefiting you financially or whatever, but if it's not benefiting like your psyche, your, how you feel about yourself, your confidence, just everything. And also Empress is, I believe that is a Taurus card. Yeah, like this may be a really big Taurus earth signy group, but yeah, you're not taking care of yourself to the fullest extent. And even if that is doing something that you love, like every day, even if it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, anything, it's what did she call it in the artist way? I need to pick up that book again myself, but I think it's like artist hours or creative time, like literally taking the time out to be in that space. I feel like you have mentally been thinking about that, like I need to do this, I need to do that. This is how I can take care of myself in a better way and take care of how, I just want to say self-love, like it's a big thing, like just tapping into that. But you're continuously doing what works for you and not really focused on what can or what will. Not even what can. Like I feel like whatever this is will benefit you. Even if you're not seeing progress from day one. And I feel like that's where a lot of people kind of mess up at. Like, you know, you're not seeing progress from day one, but you will start seeing progress. Like even if it's even if it's slow motion, it's not no motion. Seriously, guys, like, and we have this devil here, and that's kind of what I feel like you're going back into what you know, and it's clearly affecting your world here. You're going back into what you know, and it gratifies you for a good time, but it's not gratifying you for a long time. And I know somebody's going to say, "I'm here for a good time, not a long time." No, 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 no. You want to be here for a long time, because what is all this for if you're not really gaining from it? Okay, yes, it's instant gratification, but at the end of the day, you waking up the next. At the end of the day, you waking up the next morning. At the end of the day, the next day, you're not going to be as gratified because it's like, okay, what did I do that for? Or time to do this again. Time to get up and do the cycle all over again. How is it benefiting you? What are you doing in this moment to benefit you? Nine of Rods, and I really do feel like a lot of you have this mental block. Like I do enough, and you do, but if it's not, if something in your day is not pouring into you, that's where this Ace of Cups is. If it's not pouring into you, where's the benefit? It's like you want to do it, but at the same time, you don't. Well, not you don't. You get comfortable. You get comfortable in your cycle, your comfortability, what gratifies you in the moment or keeps you stable in the moment. But you're questioning. It's like, okay, I need a little more. What more do you need from that moment? Okay, you need to tap back into your creative stuff. Do what you really, go after your dreams, go after your goals. Doing something small, even though it takes you, the only time you have is 5 and 10 minutes a day. You know, you might up that to 20, it might get to 30, then goes to an hour. You know, sometimes getting in the habit of doing things takes a little more work than we give credit for. And I really feel like your inner child is like, please, like, step into it. You don't understand. Whatever made your inner child happy, and I really do feel like it's a creative thing for some reason. It's just a really big, like, creative energy. Whatever it is, your inner child, it made your inner child happy. And it's some type of art. Maybe it's drawing. It just wants to come out my mouth. Like, like drawing, painting, like speaking, public speaking, making videos, something. It's something that pours into you as well. As much as you pour into it, it pours into you. And I feel like you've created this big wall, but it's seeping through. It's seeping through. And I feel like it's a wall of just like questioning, like, okay, if I do this, if I take time away from what I know, then I'm gonna fail. Or if I take time away from all this other work that I'm doing, then I'm just gonna fail because I need to do this to stay afloat. And yes, but also now is really a time for you to majorly pour into you. And like I said, even if it starts with 5 minutes a day, it might not feel good at first, but then your brain and your psyche is going to start expecting it. You know what I'm saying? You're probably going to sit down like, okay, what am I doing this for? And then you're going to wake up one day and you're like, oh, let me just take this 5 minutes of my day to make the little sketch. You know, let me take this 10, 20 minutes on my day to do this. It's like your psyche wants this. Like it wants to go after something. And I do see with the strength here, I believe this is a femur. Biology student here. Me and names are so bad. Like, yeah, it's the same bone here. Like on this card, like it's time to tap into that strength. Wow, that's literally what I said earlier. Strengthen willpower. It's time to strengthen your willpower. It's time to lift up the weight on your heart and tap into you. Like, don't be afraid to pour into you. Don't be afraid to do that. Because it might, like I said, it might feel crazy at first with this Five of Swords here. It might feel like, okay, what the heck am I doing this for? I have all this. Why am I doing it? But then you're gonna turn around and like, okay, I actually benefited from this. This is something that I need to do for myself. You're gonna start feeling that, and just you're gonna start being grateful for it. I feel like you're gonna understand this Ace of Cups a little more in your life. You have a really big heart, but I'm gonna say be a little honest here. It means nothing if you're not pouring that love into you as well. You're constantly giving out. Why aren't you tapping in? Why aren't you tapping in with you? I just heard stay afloat. You are staying afloat, and give yourself that credit as well. Give yourself that satisfaction of, okay, I did this and I'm going to continue doing this. It's not going to hurt to do a little something for me. And I feel like a lot of people get that guilt when they start doing stuff for themselves because they start feeling like it's taken away from different aspects of their life. That take that out. Take that out. Take that guilty feeling out and say, I deserve this. It's like really changing your perspective of this Ace of Cups. You deserve this Ace of Cups. You don't have to work and slave and do all this first before you get there, you know? It's okay for you to have it in moments of, I want to say struggle, but just, yeah, it's okay for you to have it in moments of struggle. Because if you're in the US, we all kind of struggling right now, the working class. Like, it's okay to have your once in this moment of craziness. Shoot, you just one human being out here trying to stay afloat, right? Go get that ice cream. Go take that time for yourself and read that book. Take an hour to yourself. Step away from the desk. Give yourself those moments, guys. Like you really, 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 truly and honestly deserve that. Okay, perfect. Let's get some advice. I don't know. I just felt like this was a very, oh yeah, Ace of Swords. Yeah, maybe you needed to hear it. Might have been a little really precise, clean cut, but you needed to hear it. It's you have the Empress in reverse and the Devil upright. Like, is it worth it? Put that thing down, flip it in reverse. It's quite literally like, is it worth your sanity? Is it worth you constantly being in the state of, oh, whatever, I didn't even, you didn't take care of yourself today, you didn't tend to you today, you tended to everything else. That is going to eventually end up in burnout. And I really do feel like you've reached the peak of burnout. Like you're almost there, and that's you're questioning, like, okay, what should I do? Your inner child is trying to tell you. Your inner child is trying to communicate that. Your intuition is saying, hey, we need to do this. And I really think your inner child just wants to feel that Empress again, that wants to feel that big creative energy, like wants to create, wants to have that type of fulfillment and self gratification, not only gratification and I'm just getting things done in the bare minimum. No, self gratification. Let's get some advice slash self care. This is a self care card. I may pull an angel number card because I do absolutely love those. Alrighty. Sound healing. Okay. Music for some of you. Alone time on the bottom of the deck. Music, but also some type of like what are they called? Those specific frequencies you can listen to on YouTube. And even if you just have your headphones in and you're working or you're doing something, just listening to those frequencies as you are doing that. I heard sacral chakra frequency, especially with this being creativity. The sacral chakra frequency as you're doing your creative ventures and things like that. Listen to that frequency. Also, just with looking at it in her like vibration, her aura around her, it's like find sorry that ship, but find the things that make you vibrate on a high level. And like I said, this tapping could be tapping into your creative ventures. And the things that make you feel like that make you feel like this Ace of Cups, like you're just overflowing with creativity and self-love and just love in general. You are love, you know. You're just doing what you love to do, even if it's a couple minutes in a day, can mean a lot to your just self-awareness as well. Like you're learning yourself in this moment, and you can't do that if you're not paying attention to yourself. I think that's what I want to say. Like you're not paying attention to yourself to the fullest extent and really tending to those needs. Any more advice for my group 1 spirit? We have 0440, the guts feeling. Yeah. Intuition, integrity, relationships, value, insight, perception, love, commitment. Trust your intuition. It's more than just a feeling. Be genuine with others and prioritize meaningful relationships. Remember to bring remember to bring value to every interaction. Treat others with respect, as your actions will return to you in kind. Be mindful of boundaries, as too many voices can cloud your journey. Yeah, I feel like you are not paying attention to you and your intuition and your gut, and your inner child has been telling you, this is what we need to do, this is what we need to do, this is what we need to do. And yet, each time you are focused on either the old way of doing things, or as this card says, different perspectives of where you're listening to different perspectives and not really honing in on your own. That's the big cup that needs to be there, not the 4 of cups, the ace. Last but not least, in your reading, we're going to pull a charm. I'm going to do it off camera because I do have like a lot of like tea bags in here with the brands on them. And if y'all want to sponsor me, yogi and traditional medicinals. All right. Let's see what comes out for my group 1s. That's a lot. Okay. I'm going to read the card first. Ah. Bring me the sunset in a cup. That's crazy. I usually take the strings off of these, so that's funny. Maybe maybe this is saying like with the string being attached, this is reminding me like maybe you do need to sit down and drink a cup of tea sometimes. Bring me the sunset in a cup. This is also giving me this Ace of Cups here, like that is your sunset in the cup, whatever that may be for you. I'm not talking about liquor. I feel like somebody I don't know why that popped up in my head. Clarifying. Not talking about liquor. Quite literally talking about your metaphysical cup here. Pouring into it, but also meditation, tea, mindfulness, things like that. So tap into that energy. To also tap into that self-love. But this is like a fairy. We have like a Tinkerbell here. Okay. I just heard believe in the unknown, believe in the impossible, believe in like you can achieve anything. Also with this horse, yeah, like that's like the knight of like any knight in the tarot. It's the action, it's taking the action. I really do feel that you like believe in the impossible, believe that you can do this, believe that you can go after your dreams and not be reprimanded for it. Like you're reprimanding yourself because nobody said you couldn't. You can do what you need to do. You're not going to fail. That's just you just being scared of the unknown. Go after it. Believe in the unknown. Believe in the impossible. We have a dragonfly. I see dragonflies a lot. I just heard ancestor with that, and then it made me look at Santa Muerte. Things dying out in your life. You are very protected, though. Very protected. Very wise human beings. There's a balance, and you need to follow it. That's what I heard. There's a balance, and you need to follow it, and that's in your life as well as everything else around you. You have to have some type of, I heard, work-life balance, but don't let work burn you out so much that you can't get to your life. You can't get to that balance. You have the wisdom. The wisdom is an owl under her feet or at her feet. You have the wisdom to get through all of this, to see all this. You know it's there, but you have to trust it and you have to find that balance for yourself. We have an anchor. Some of you might like water. Some of you might need to go near water, take a trip, go on a cruise. Also, I heard anchoring yourself, finding your footing, grounding in the chaos, sound healing, that'd be really helpful. Oh, I thought this was a bunny. That's funny. Okay. I thought it was like bunny ears or something, like Easter bunny ears, but they're actually like ballet shoes. Dance it away. Cranes in the sky, that's launch, maybe helpful. That is also giving me big sacral chakra energy. For this dragonfly, I'm actually going to look something up really quickly if I can find my cellular device. I want to look something up really quickly because I forgot like what they symbolize. I heard resilience in my head just now. Hold on. Transformation, adaptability, self-realization, and change. Okay. Yeah. Adaptability and self-realization is really, I feel like a big sign here. Also, I heard ancestors. I don't know if I said that before. Ancestors for the dragonflies. Maybe when you see dragonflies, remember that you are protected. They are there with you. And you're not going through this alone. They see you, they hear you, and they want you to know that they're walking this journey with you as you transform into this big, amazing human being that you are, and trust that you are transforming into that. Believe in the impossible, trust that guts, tap into that creativity. And yeah, moon babes, group ones, this was a really big reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my group twos. Welcome back to another video. If you chose this crystal, then this reading is for you. I'm actually going to start with some channel messages I got when I was kind of meditating before I started the reading. Alrighty. Some of you, okay, I will say, I kind of got some weird messages. I got a mix of messages, so we're going to get right into it. I got dogs, flowers, growing, health. I just heard healing just now with growing. So, growing, healing, health, medicinals. So, some of you may work in the medical field, healthcare field. I heard ogre. Don't, I was like, literally Shrek popped in my mind. I was just like, ogre? Like, I don't even know. My brain was trying to come up with a word, and I was like, orange. Oh, like, and it was like ogre. Weird. Anyway, I also heard Welcome Like a Dog by Saucy Santana in my head. And I heard autumn leaves. I'll get into that because I want to, that's a little message there. And then I heard chess never checkers. Chestnut checkers. So we're going to get right into this reading. I want to know what this energy is going to entail because that was very interesting off rip. So you guys may be my interesting group. We're going to put your tarot to the side for now and grab the overall what your inner child would like for you to know or the focus of your reading. So let's see what is going on. It's funny because I heard walking like a dog and then I got dogs. Like, I don't know what's going on. Autumn leaves, I feel like you are transitioning to a better version of yourself. You are growing. You are, and breathe, okay? Go the distance on the bottom of the deck. Your inner child, what they would like for you to know. Off rip to breathe. I just heard dream state. So for some of you, literally follow your dreams. Like trust in that dream state. Start meditating a little bit. Some of you have probably gotten to a really high state of meditation, a really high level of meditation, and you probably were like, well, what the heck? I've been there before. I don't really think I've ever meditated that deep since, but for some of you, keep going. I need to probably do that again too. Go the distance. Keep going as far as you've been going. I feel like for yourself, believing in your dreams. You are growing at a really rapid rate, I feel like, and that's because you are putting the work in to do so. I believe in numerology, reducing 2 and 9 to 11. I feel like that's the manifestation number. So I feel that you are really welcoming in whatever you're putting out. So quite literally, whatever you're manifesting, still have banana under my nails. You didn't see that. I had to eat a little something in between those readings, but yeah, I feel like you're quite literally manifesting and not even on purpose. Like you have in your mind, this is the life that I'm going to live. Not that I want to live, that I'm going to live. And you're quite literally living in it, I feel like. And that is why I feel like your inner child is like, breathe. Don't stress. Enjoy this moment because you've done the work. Trust me, you've done the work. We're gonna put this to the side and get your tarot. Let's get into the nitty-gritty details of what is going on. What does my group choose? Inner child want them to know. It's like you're floating. Like, oh my gosh, you have a very ethereal type of energy. Like you kind of have a trustworthy. I trust myself. I trust myself to get this done. You're always creating, I feel like, and not even on purpose. Okay. Let's see. What other details does my collectives and child want them to know? My group twos, not my collectives. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have the Four of Wands. I kind of felt like that card was going to pop out. That's the 1111 card. We have the Judgment in reverse. Interesting. Okay. Oof. Seven of Swords. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I do feel like you have your moments of doubt. You do have your moments of doubt. Especially with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands here. Like, I feel like you have your moments of, I'm not putting in enough work. I do want to clarify this judgment. It's like you have every reason to celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate yourself, but at times it becomes a little bit, it's like I don't have to stress about it. No, although it's still there, I can celebrate, but for some reason it's some type of nah, I can't enjoy this. I gotta do more. But in reality, that takes away from you. That takes away from the work that you are constantly putting in, and the results that you're getting from it is kind of like, it's not really dismissing it, but it is, because you're not acknowledging it. Three of Cups, like, your spirit guides want you to have fun. They want you to have fun, but you have to let up a little bit. You have to breathe. Not even just your spirit guides, your inner child, because I feel like your inner child is seeing this and it's like, we don't have to do that. We did so much work. You already put this pressure on yourself um, way back when you were putting in all this work. So why are you doing it now? Why are you pressuring yourself to get these things done or do more? Why? Breathe. I feel like your inner child, I feel like this is like just a younger version and stuff. It doesn't even have to be your inner child, like your child. Maybe it's like your teenager years or your college years if you're a little older. You put in that work at that time. So it's like, why are you doing that? You have it. You have it. And you can have more, and that will come, but you don't have to pressure yourself to do so. You know, you don't have to be that way. I do want to clarify the Ten of Swords really quickly. The Empress. Yeah, like, you're overthinking so much. Excuse me. You're overthinking so much, and you're just overly putting in work, and you have so much success. I feel like whoever's watching this, maybe you have the success, you have the money, or you do have the accolades behind your name, but it may not feel like it's like, for you, what is it all worth? And all that overthinking is doing nothing but taking away from you. You are constantly in a state of stress, maybe. And I was going to say earlier, you can get addicted to that stress. Like, you can get addicted to that, just running after the next stressor. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got to do the next big thing. Oh, okay, what's next? Once you achieve that next big thing, like, you're an overachiever. Or just her oldest child. For some of you, that can take away from you. And your inner child, your inner teenager, your inner college years are looking at you like, I know you tired because we were tired then, so I know you're tired now. What is this? Oh, High Priestess. Yeah, okay. I feel like you've kind of become this High Priestess. Like, you kind of sat in your brilliance, or sat in your knowledge. You know so much. You are very educated, maybe. Um, and yet you still question. Your intuition is very, very. I hope you didn't hear that really thick swallow. Your intuition is very, very deep. It's very rich, saturated, and that's because you honed it. Like I said, some of you may have gotten to a really big spiritual state, like a really good manifesting spiritual state, and you're just naturally there all the time. But this Three of Wands, it's corny. I've never read it like this, but I kind of feel like you're always trying to escape it in a way, and not on purpose, but you're always trying to just go after the next big thing. And it's like, you can never really make true judgment on something you've never paid attention to. Ooh, big message there. On something you've never acknowledged or tried to. What is this judgment? Yeah, it's a Howard in reverse. Like, you have to acknowledge where you are currently in this life. I do want to pull one more card. I feel like even then, acknowledging your college years, acknowledging your teenage years, really going back and delving and looking deep in those years, maybe even your childhood. Like, we have the Three of Coins. We'll have that one to come out. Upright or reverse? It fell. Hold on. It is upright. Three of Coins. Okay, looking at this and then looking back at my channel messages. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little mixed up, getting a little sleepy, channeling a lot. But oh, confirmation cat ball. I feel like you have all these accolades. You enjoy them. You enjoy stunting on the ogres. As I said, hit ogres. You deserve it though. You use my friends, but you shitted on everybody and in the best way possible. With that 3 of coins, you got your coins. You worked your way up. You collaborated with the ogres. Maybe you collaborated with people you probably didn't want to collaborate with, but you did it and you got there. And but I feel like you're not acknowledging this. And maybe you're not proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not proud that you worked with these ogres and I don't want to say ruin their life, but they would have just easily ruined yours if they had the opportunity to. Look at them. Like, so why stress over something that you deserve? Maybe people are talking about it. Maybe it's like, okay, like why is group two doing this? But your inner child is like, because group two deserves it. You deserve it. It's okay to make that judgment. It's okay to I just heard take that job, take that. Because you deserve it. You deserve more than whatever these ogres had to offer, or whatever something has to. You deserve more. You deserve to have this empress upright. You deserve to pour into yourself and being able to do so. Why are you, whatever environment and space you're in, I feel like you're constantly trying to like cover your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like with the 7 of Swords, like, oh, I gotta take my stuff because they're gonna make sure I'm not doing this correctly. So I gotta make sure I'm showing them I am doing this correctly, or make sure I have my proof that I am doing this correctly. And it's like become so much you can't even carry it all. You know what I'm saying? You can't even remember what it is, but you're constantly working so hard trying to prove your point. Why? You've already done so. You've already done so. And I feel like this card is like you're trying to, it's like you feel it, but this is which the spirit is like, and your inner child is like, this is how you need to feel. You deserve to feel a bit of happiness. You deserve to breathe with your accomplishments and your achievements. You did what you needed to do. So why are you allowing someone to dim your power? I'm also looking at this 4 of Wands. I think this is 𝚁𝚌 on here. She's the Indian deity of destruction and creation, I believe. You have so much destructive and creative power. You are the only one that can make your life the way you need it to be. Why short stop that? Why let these ogres come in and say, no, you need to do life this way? No, and that's making you feel like this for what? Quite literally. Walk 'em like a dog, play chess, not checkers. And it's time to start playing chess. It's time to start using your power to its fullest advantage. Yeah, okay. This is a big, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna clarify this. We also have the Hermit right here. Time to go within. Time to listen to that intuition. Time to listen to yourself. You've done the work. I really, some of you may be like a little older watching this reading, maybe moving into your 30s, 40s type of area. You've done that work. Why are you not basking in it? Or why are you allowing ogres to stop you from basking in the hard work that you do and are still doing? It's not like you stopped. Can I have a card to clarify the 7 of Swords, please? Like I said, I saw that just 2 seconds ago, but and like I said, this may not be your inner child. This may be you from being in your 20s and your college years. Like this kind of feels like that energy. You did all that work then. Why are you not basking in it now? It's like your inner child is confused. I'm like, why are we still stressed from rolling the same stress from 10, 20 years ago? Why? Why are we doing that? 2 of Swords. Exactly. I kind of feel that 7 of Swords is like you're always trying to constantly prove yourself, make sure all your shit is in order. And it's like, why are you constantly having to do that if everything you do is going to be correct, or everything you do, you've done the knowledge, you've quite literally know your stuff. Why are you second guessing yourself, or why are you having others or the people or environment around you having you second guess the stuff that you do? For what? You didn't did it. You didn't did the work. 7 of Wands, please. The Hangman. Yeah, like time to play chess, not checkers. It's time to do things in a different perspective. Okay, this is how this person is acting. This is how this ogre is acting. I am going to bask in my accomplishments. I'm going to start flaunting my accomplishments because these ogres are constantly going to be like, well, why didn't you do that? Oh, I did this, and this, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to start being a little nice nasty, as my mother would say, to these people. And I really do feel like it's ogres. It's so funny how that popped out in the reading, quite literally. What is the Seven of Wands? And the Three of Coins is supposed to be about teamwork. It is for quite literally the Ace of Wands. Yeah, don't let what in reverse. I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place. Three of Coins is supposed to be like about teamwork, but this teamwork, it doesn't look like teamwork, right? This kind of feels like you're doing the work, you're doing the accomplishments, and somebody is upset about that. They're being ogreish about it. They're like, well, give me that coin since you did that. Like, give me that. It's like they're in a state of constant growth, and they're like, oh, why am I not growing? Why am I not growing? Give me that coin. No. Like I was saying about this Ace of Wands being in reverse, you're working so hard, and you're going to reach the point of straight burnout if you're not allowing yourself to flow. If you're constantly working to prove something that you already have done the work for, you're going to burn yourself out. If you're going to keep holding on from, you're going to wake up and be stressed, and wake up and go to work and be stressed, and wake up and go to school and be stressed, or whatever you do, why are you constantly allowing it to stress you? No. It's time to gain a new perspective and move differently. A Knight of Swords, and go with that move. Go with that move. Or else the move is going to go with you. The other Two of Wands in reverse. Like, I really do feel like things are not going to go according to plan or the way that you want them to until you start following the way that you want your life to be. Alrighty, let's pull some self-care / advice for you guys. It's time to play chess, not checkers. And I really feel like chess is already being played, but you need to start moving your pieces strategically in a way that those wouldn't expect. You need to start moving your knight. Knights are swift. You can start moving that knight. I haven't played chess in years. It is a really strategic but fun game. The self-care from my group 2. We have connect with your ancestors. I like that. I like that because I really feel like a deep spiritual energy has been in your reading. Go within, find your roots, find out who you are, because you know who you are, one. But tap back into that person. Tap back into the person that knows they achieved what they needed to achieve. The person that knows this is all the work. The person that remembers the work that they put in before to get to where they are now. I'll say that. The person that remembers what it was like to transition from where they are to where they are now. Autumn leaves. It's time to remember that. It's time to remember the present you, but also remember past you and how it led to future you. You know what I'm saying? Or it's leading to that. It's really, really, really timing. It's time. Look to the stars. Yeah, some of you might be spiritualist on your own. Take a walk. Yeah, and you might, be tapping into astrology, tapping into cards, and maybe somebody doesn't like that or something like that, or just tapping into spirituality in general and backing up from traditional religion and stuff like that. That's an example. But I do feel like somebody is in that type of energy. Don't be afraid. I just heard, don't be afraid of the way you feel. Tony Snow. Don't be afraid. But yeah, don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of your emotions. Don't be afraid of your judgment, your power, who you are. I'm going to pull one angel card, then I'm going to get into the charms, last but not least. One angel card of advice for my group 2s, please. 2121 energy levels: prosperity, harmony, journey, patience, discipline, focus, trust, relationships. The day you've been waiting for is on its way. Maintain your discipline as you move closer to your ultimate goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. What did I say? Guard your energy and stay focused. Your efforts will pay off. Remember, it's a climb, not an elevator ride. Exactly. Start moving at night. It's time to start playing chess. Figure out how you're going to climb a little differently instead of trying to get up there so easily, right? Don't let anything mess your vibe up, guys. There's no need to overextend yourself at this time. Spirit said it here first. Alright, we'll take it because I already said it. But let's pull some charms. I hope this is not loud. Sorry. For my group twos, what do they need to hear? You get a lot of messages. A lot of messages, gosh. Okay. I'll read this first. It says, your journey is blessed with opportunities for growth. Let your energy be used to build, not destroy. Your greatest strength is love. I'll just breeze through these really quickly. What belongs to you shall come to you. One who knows how to enjoy life does not need riches. Friendship is a sheltering tree by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. And then we have the worst enemy we have as our own fear. That's a big one. Got a lot of teabag messages. Alrighty. That's a peacock, guys. I literally saw. Let's pull the three of coins out, because on this card there are peacock feathers in the crown, and I was looking at it and I'm like, peacocks usually to me symbol really big growth, really big transformation, and just I really feel like you've gotten to a point where it's time to really spread your feathers and show the world who you really are. And I believe that you're starting to do so, and other people are not liking that. They have one peacock feather. They're not as enlightened as you. They're not as, spiritually gifted as you, I feel like. And that's okay, but that's not okay for them. And I really do feel like that, yes, that peacock came out again for a reason. Then we have an elephant. This is a whale. Oh, and a piece of my hair, huh? Okay. Then we have a ship. Wheel. A dinosaur. We have a lot of messages. Oh my gosh. Oh, we have little baby feet. I want to put that on the Empress, because the Empress can talk about like pregnancy, but this more so. I just feel like maybe some of you do have kids or expecting a kid, or this is like you really need to start tapping into your creative endeavors and start creating, quite literally, like start taking care of your baby, and that may be your creative side. We have glasses. It's a dragonfly. I will say group one may be significant. If you were attracted to that group as well, I will say go watch that. There's a lot of some similar messages, or it may be just different messages being applied to different aspects of your life. So your inner child maybe wants you to tap back in with that. Also with those baby feet, I feel like that's also asking you to remember, hey, remember what it was like when you were a kid and we had to deal with all this already, Tap back into that. We have a whale tail. A lot of whales are popping up. I heard marine biologists. Some of you may be marine biologists, work with animals of the sea. Also with a ship wheel, some of you may work on a ship or need to go on a vacation, like a cruise, go towards some water, go towards the sea. With this dinosaur here, I feel like with this dinosaur and these baby feet, like the past is really significant. So delve back into it and really acknowledge it. And I feel like you haven't done so. So please do that. We also have a shark here. Yes, you may be gentle, but also remember you have teeth too and you can use them. I don't think I've ever read the shark like that, but yeah, remember. And that's why I was kind of feeling like snarky on here, because it says welcome like a dog and chestnut checkers. Like I'm popping my shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like you need to start doing that. Start showing your teeth. showing these people who you really are. Don't be afraid to do so. We kind of like this salamander slash, this kind of looks like a salamander. When I look at this though, I think of adaptability. You are adapting. Majorly. Also looking at this elephant with the flower on it, I really feel like you are wise and you're still growing. And that leads me to the owl with wisdom. Two of the wisest animals here, the elephant and the owl. So I really do feel like you have really rich wisdom. Use that. Continue to use it. Like I really feel like you are really smart here with these glasses. Like I said, some of you may be in the healthcare field. You have a lot of wisdom here. You're constantly growing and adapting with this salamander and this dragonfly here. You're constantly growing and adapting, and you're using your knowledge and applying it to your life. And that's why nobody needs to check you on it. Nobody needs to check you on it, and it's time to start showing your teeth as well. Using that knowledge. Your greatest strength is love. It kind of reminds me of like being nice, Nancy. Like, yes, I'm gentle, but I can. And yes, I care for you or whoever you're talking to. And yes, I care for this, but remember, this is who I am. You let your energy be used to build, not destroy. We're looking at these like friendship is a sheltering tree, your greatest strength is love, and let your energy be used to build. I really feel like maybe this is a friend in your life that maybe you need to really just show like, hey, this is me. You don't have to be this way with me or something like that. Like you can be a little nice, but also remember, like show them who you are. And I will say, if that's going to destroy your friendship or relationships, then maybe it was not meant to be. It wasn't for you. Because if they don't like who you are when you show them, then were they really there for you? What belongs to you shall come to you. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. One who knows how to enjoy life does not need riches. Your worst enemy. The worst enemy we have is our own fear. I don't feel like this sums up the reading nicely. I do feel like this did it well. But yeah, my group two, that was your reading. I really, really, really hope this helped. I did expect this to be an extended, like, not an extended reading, but a longer type of reading that I usually do. So yeah, I really hope it helped. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you like my energy like I love yours, I will see you in the next one. Bye. What's up, my moon babes? Welcome back to another video. If you chose group 3, this tiger agate crystal, then this reading is for you. We're actually going to put that to the side and put the deck to the side in a minute. But for now, let's look into these channel messages. So, off rip, I will say your messages were really interesting. I'm just gonna get right into it because I do want to see what this brings. So we have screaming, escape this hellhole, moody teen, but maybe you were a moody teen for a reason. I heard. Why? You might have a lot of questions right now. We have nightmares. We have necessity. I don't know if I spelled necessity right, but hey, whatever. Trust and self-power, and we also have 222 always, and I love 222. That is my number. And just a reminder that you're always on the right path. I feel like. Yeah, let's get into this energy because I want to know what's going on with it. We're actually going to put this tarot deck to the side. And let's get right into it. I kind of have a slight headache starting this reading. Maybe this is an energy, I will say, for some of you haven't read on before or haven't gotten reading on, or you have. And it's just a constant energy like that keeps popping up maybe, or you're expecting the same messages pop up. Secondly, I feel like if you have not, delved into a reading or anything spiritual like that, I feel like you're like, I don't know if I want to hear about my energy. Maybe you go through a hard time. Maybe you're going through some type of hardship or something. I encourage you to stay to see what comes out in your energy. What does their inner child want them to know, Spirit? My group 3 is their inner child, the focus of this reading. What would they like for them to focus on? We have a lot of cards. New life. All that glitters on the bottom of the deck. I'll take all of these because They all came out for a reason. We have new life, imagine, exchanging gifts, and lastly, we have by the book. Looking at exchanging gifts. Okay, let's start from the beginning actually. Looking at new life, maybe you want a new life and you're having a hard time, you're imagining it, but you're having a hard time living as such. I feel like maybe where you are right now isn't where you want to be. For some of you, where you are right now is your new life, and you're trying to imagine how you fit here, how it's better than where you came from, maybe. Maybe your inner child is asking you to embrace this new life. For a lot of you, I feel like it's you imagining a new life, but in order to get that, you're going to have to definitely put in some work in order for the universe to give it back to you, to give you what you're looking for. I heard you got to put in a little work. I want to get into the tarot because I don't feel like you're not putting in work, but I feel like you're probably, your energy might be distracted or being put into other outlets in your life. By the book, I feel like your inner child is encouraging you to go by the book, which is funny because it's like maybe you've been off the book for so long, and for some of you that book may be like your own book, your journey. Follow your path, your morale, your lessons. You know what I'm saying? You need to follow that maybe, and start listening to that inner wisdom you have. Looking at this cat, I feel like you need to find the fun things in life again, the things that pour into you. And I feel like this has been a common theme within the inner child energies here. Mm. With exchanging gifts as well, I keep looking at that card, like maybe you're giving more than you are taking or receiving for some of you in this new life, or you want to imagine you're not giving so much more than what you are getting, right? It's a lot of energies here. Maybe this is a group that, most of the collective, whoever sees this reading, is going to click because it's just so many energies. I really want to get into it though, so let's see what the tarot is saying, what the tarot is talking about, because this is a lot. Also, on the bottom of the deck, we have all that glitters. I do feel like, I mean, it's kind of what it is. Like, all that glitters isn't gold. It might look good, but it's a mask, Okay, looking at these messages, looking at Moody Team, and let's get this whole screaming all that. I feel like maybe if you are a Moody teen watching this, or your family is describing you as such, or the world is describing you as such, I feel like, one, you're moody for a reason, and when you explain that, those around you are like, well, you have this, that, and the third, so why are you even moody? Why are you depressed if you have a roof over your head? Type of energy, right? All that, just because you have that isn't a justification for how to dismiss how you feel. Okay. It's like you have to live in this and imagine a new life because you're here out of necessity. You have to be here. Is that it? That's kind of what this feels like. But maybe your inner child is like, now you have to go by the book right now to get where you want to be. You can really achieve a lot. Maybe by the book is literally going by the book, going to school, getting scholarships, going to college, getting a big boy, big girl job. You know what I'm saying? Like, by that type of book. But maybe that is your way out of whatever this is. Trust that, and I feel like as you're in this, you have to trust in your self power to really get yourself through whatever this is. Trust in that imagination of yours. Trust that it will bring you whatever you want. With this by the book being number 11, sorry, it's a little glare on it. With that by the book being number 11, I kind of feel like you are manifesting everything that you need to, that you want, that you're imagining, but you have to go by the book first to get to where you want to be, to get to that other life that you've been imagining. Okay, let's get into the tarot. I'm kind of picking up on the energy here. It does feel like a whirlwind of energies, emotions all over the place, but understandably so. For some of you, you may be a senior in high school, trying to figure out your next steps, and maybe you're being rushed to grow up. That was a terrible, terrible shuffle. Let's do it again. Being rushed to grow up. Maybe you're like, okay, maybe you're a senior, you graduated, whatever, about to graduate, and those around you are having you do this, is that, and the third, but you're not really gaining any type of life experience from what's being asked of you. You're just being asked to be an adult, but how? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're asking, that's the questions, like, why is that? Why? On the bottom of the deck as well, this TikTok card, I was looking at it, I'm like, stop trying to grow up so fast, but I don't think you're purposely doing so. I think that those around you are kind of pushing you to want to, or pushing you to do things that you haven't even learned. How is this really helping your development? You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're asking these types of questions as you're going through this. For my group 3 spirit, oh yeah, we have the 3 of Swords, Hierophant, okay. Hangman in reverse. We have the Tower upright. Alrighty, off rip. You have a lot of major arcanas. And 3 of Wands in reverse. 5 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it just feels like you're just trying to figure this life stuff out, and you're having a hard time doing so. 3 of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, this just how can I delve into this energy? I'm trying to give it my best shot. I feel like when you're being presented with life task, or you're asking questions about life, you're probably being shut down or shunned or not really taught the correct way of doing things. You kind of are just floating, trying to figure out how to go about this. If I ask this question, I get hit with this, or it's hypothetically, or I get hit with verbal, I don't want to say verbal abuse. If some of you are going through that, I'm so sorry, but just honestly, this just feels like a toxic Black household. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like every time you say something, you're getting hit 3 times with swords, like piercing words. And it's like with the Hierophant being reversed, it's like you want to go by the book, but you don't really have a book to go by. Also, I'm looking at this, it's kind of giving me like, you have no true guidance. Like, you don't have a book to go by. You're really trying to find that guidance and seeking and searching for it, but you're having a hard time doing so, because when you did ask questions, what happened? Right? Hangman in reverse, you're trying to gain a new perspective, but like I said, I'm going to clarify these cards because these are really deep energies. But Hangman in reverse, like, okay, I don't really have a new perspective to gain, because maybe it's like, maybe I shouldn't move from where I am, because if I do, I might go back to getting hurt again, might go back to, and that's kind of what it feels like escape this hellhole, like really wanting to get these frustrations out, but not knowing how to. You want to learn more, but every time you try to, it's being shunned, or, oh, you don't want to do that because then you're going to have to start paying bills and doing all that, or you don't understand this. I'm like, okay, if I don't understand it, then teach me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what this feels like. I'm kind of getting frustrated. And it's funny because I look at the Tower, you're probably going to have a moment where you do blow up like that. where you're like, okay, so teach me then, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it might be taken the wrong way, but as you really shaking shit up, like you're really shaking things up, and it might feel stunting for a while. I do want to clarify this Three of Wands, but it honestly may push for things to come together or start a whirlwind of, okay, I need to do something about my own life. And that's why I say you need to trust your self power. It's like your inner child want to shake shit up, you know what I'm saying? But you kind of have to mediate how you go about things. Moody team, this card. You have to mediate how you go about things. Yes, you're moody for a reason, but delve and try to understand these emotions a little better so you can explain them a little better. No one might not be taken the best way, regardless of what you say, but you know you came at it with a gentle heart, even though those people aren't coming at you with a gentle heart. You know what I'm saying? Trusting your self power. I don't know if you've been having like nightmares. When I was looking at that card, or looking at that card, when I was writing these messages, I did feel like that was for somebody specifically. So get these frustrations out, and I feel like they will stop. But also, don't allow it to just blow up. But it is time for a tower moment to happen. I will say that it is time. It's time for a clean slate to happen because you can't move forward without it. You can't gain the perspective without it. You can't really delve into your just spiritual life lessons. Your like not even spiritual, just principality. I heard like just the principles of life. Like you really haven't delved into it. I feel like, especially with the Tower from being in reverse, and it don't feel right, especially with it being around Three of Swords and the Hanged Man. It's like the lessons you have learned have come from hurts and anger and being silenced in a way. So it's definitely a difficult read because it's hard to see people go through this, but this is what I'm here for. I'm here for the guidance. Let's just clarify each card. The Three of Swords, please. Page of Wands. Yeah, when you're curious about something or when you have, I feel like you have a lot of passion, but that passion gets turned down. I don't know what for or why, but it just feels like somebody just, and also for some of you may just be hurt and pained by being so young and not knowing things, and your inner child also wants you to know like it's okay not to know things, like especially if you, with you being so young. I do feel like somebody younger is going to watch this reading because it's just kind of popping out. But especially even if you're not young, you may be a beginner at something, just a beginner, novice type of energy. Your inner child is like, it's okay. You were once a child. You were once a kid. You once knew nothing. You know what I'm saying? Take your wisdom and do what you can with it, but don't be afraid that somebody or something is going to try to silence or shun you, or literally just be like, be quiet. I feel like that's like rejection. That's what it feels like. Rejection. Like you feel like once you start an idea or have something and you want to go through with it, you'll be rejected. And I really feel like that hinders you more than it helps you. It may just be happening in your life now, but it also will be an energy that you live with or are living with. Like it, and that can flow into relationships. That can flow into friendships. Like any relationship in your life where you're afraid to speak your feelings because you just don't know the response that you're going to get. But maybe that's where you are emotionally, challenged at. Like you need to develop that a little more. What's this Hierophant? Page of Cups in reverse. Can I have one more card, please? Two cards. We have Judgment. We have Four of Wands. The willingness to learn on your own. Although it may hurt. Yeah. Although it may hurt, although it might feel like, okay, my parents or whoever just threw me under the bus with this life stuff, you are not alone. You have your spirit guides. You are going to have to do some things alone, especially with the cards life has dealt you at this time. Five of Pentacles in reverse. You're not always alone though. You're not always going to be left out in the cold. You're not always going to feel this type of like abandonment energy. You have to remember, okay, I have to trust in my self-power. Although I started off with the knowledge of nothing. Maybe your journey is not a by the book journey, but now you know you're trying to put yourself back on that path. You're aligning to, okay, how I know how I don't want to be, so how can I make myself more wise, looking at these elements, make myself more wise and knowledgeable to move forward. Making sure I'm not missing anything. This Judgment card. Looking at like, looks like a zombie hand on it. It's like, what do you need to dig back up within you? What knowledge do you need to dig back up to realize, okay, my path isn't like everybody, so how can I move forward? How can I be better? What questions do I need to ask, right? Where do I need to start manifesting for myself is what I heard as well. Where do I need to start celebrating myself? What have I done in my life to do this? And if even if you haven't done anything, even if you're just starting new life, you are not, you're figuring it out. Don't beat yourself up. Even if you don't have an answer, how can you get that answer? What's this Hangman? With that Page of Cups, that was a lot. With that Page of Cups, I feel like it's like everything's so serious now. We have the Fool and the Knight of Cups. For some of you, this feels like, I'm take my robe off. I'm getting a little hot. That Four of Wands wants to be upright, huh? Let's flip it. Oh, let's drop it and see what it does. Okay. Okay, maybe it does want to be upright. There's still things to celebrate about yourself, and there's still things that you want that can come to light, but you have to let it. Because with the Imagine Four of Wands being the 11-11 card, the 11 over here on the by the book, use your imagination to get the life you want, and that's clearly a common theme. But with this Fool in reverse and this Knight of Cups being in reverse, clarifying the Hangman in reverse, this does feel like somebody is just starting. Maybe you're just starting college or something. I don't know, but with this Fool and the Knight of Cups, don't like. I feel like you're just afraid to put you being afraid to put your best foot forward, or just give your ideas to the world, or just show what you got. You not doing that or second guessing that literally limits your perspective, because you're not gaining new perspectives. You're not allowing anybody to, allowing people in to gain the perspective. You know what I'm saying? You have to hear and listen to different perspectives to gain your own about different things sometimes. That, I mean, humans are social animals. That's kind of what we do. We bounce off of each other. And I feel like you cannot gain perspective of the world if you're just being sheltered with your own opinions. You know what I'm saying? Or you're sheltering your own opinions. Your inner child is saying, let's stop doing that, because that's doing nothing but hurting us. And it's going to do nothing but hurt us in the long run. You have to stop shielding your feelings. And again, some of you may not be young, but emotionally you may be young. You might be a little challenged in that field, but that's okay. And I feel like it does come from your childhood, because you were silenced in a way. Like, you weren't really listened to, and if you did speak up, it was kind of like, why, for what? Why'd you do that? Why would you ever? You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, fuck I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. That's kind of what this energy feels like, but it's like, why carry it with you if it's not going to help you move forward? What's this Tower? I feel like that's the big blow up. I feel like that's a you. You have the Ten of Wands, yep, and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like that is the big blow up. I feel like you're really going to express yourself. We have the World on the bottom of the deck in the reverse as well. I feel like you're really going to express yourself in some way, and it may come out a little like, it may come out after a time of you bearing the weight of everything on your shoulders. And I feel like your inner child is bringing this up because you don't always have to allow things to weigh on you so heavily to bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let it break you, and then you like, I've reached my brink. I can't take it no more. Now your reaction is to go off, or is to blow the whole thing up. Yeah, I do feel like it may be in a a setting with your friends, setting at work, even it feels like some type of collaboration. So maybe like a study group or something for some those of you who are starting college or school or something. I feel like you're gonna blow up like, okay, I said this though, or I said this. This is my idea, and you know what I'm saying. I really feel like it'll be just get really finicky. So watch yourself in those moments and really just express your. I also will say when this pops up, it may not be a big blow up. Or if you listen to my advice, you won't blow up. You'll just express yourself in a more gentle but direct manner. Like I said, trusting your self power. It will feel like a tired moment for you because you're not used to doing that. That is not something you're used to doing. You expressing yourself isn't really. It just seems like that's something you don't do. And now when you start to do that because things are weighing on you so heavily, or something irritates you, it just gets under your skin, and you're like, I have to say something. That will be a moment of like, oh wow, I just did that. I did it in a moment where I wouldn't usually do that. That's interesting. I do want to see this three of wands. I want to see, okay, what is Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Anything else to hint what this means? I think I understand. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Seven of Cups in reverse. I know exactly what this means. Let's move this Nine of Pentacles over here. It's getting a little messy, but this Three of Wands is literally you selling yourself short. I want to say, like, you are not delving in your potential because you're afraid of the opinion of others, and that is going to do nothing but limit you. You're not going to grow. You're not going to expand. There is no plan or goal that you're going to hit if you're constantly thinking about the opinions of others and how you do things and how they see you do things and how they perceive you. You have to, yes, you can bring in perception, but you can't let it control how you live your life, because at that point it would not be yours, right? You have to free yourself from the eye of perception. Free yourself from the eye of perception, and also free yourself from caring about being perceived and caring about how somebody is going to react to how you feel. And I will say, even if you're wrong, even if the emotion is wrong, that shouldn't stop you from expressing, gain that feedback, be like, okay, yeah, I was wrong, my bad. That was probably crazy of me. And continue about your day. You don't have to dwell on it and let it sit in your heart as something that's really going to have you just like, no, I can't speak anymore because if I do, anxiety. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of angst. And I really feel that you deserve to be free. You deserve to see yourself flourishing. It may take some time too. You're not going to be there in a day. Like I said, you may just need to emotionally develop yourself, and that's okay. That is a-okay. Whew. Group threes. Clearly, this was a big reading. Yeah, I think this is actually my longest reading. Alrighty. Let's get into the self-care. Before we do that, I'm going to clean this up a bit. It's kind of hard to read on like 10 billion cards. That was a really, really beautiful reading, though. And I love how the Nine of Pentacles came out and ended it. I kind of like how it came full circle. We ain't done with it, but it made sense. It all made sense in the end. Flow like water and connect with the earth on the bottom of the deck. Like I said, literally just flow with emotions, even if they're like, oh, like scary emotions. Still flow with them. You just tell yourself, okay, I don't know how to deal with this yet, so let's try. We're going to try to deal with this. Then we're going to get through it. And then we're going to take what we learned and apply it for the next time this happens. You know what I'm saying? For the next time we feel big emotions. Literally flowing with emotions. And also, in tarot, emotions are symbolized by water, emotions, spirituality, and things as such. So I really like how this came out, because now is your time. It is your time to flow and learn. And although you may not have been given the space and opportunity to have these big emotions, now you can, and it's okay. Express yourself. I am going to pull an angel number card as well, and then we're going to get to the charms. There's something on this card? No. Then we're going to get into the charms. One angel number card of advice for my group 3's 12-12 persistence. Before I read, I will say this, yes, persistence. Like, this is going to take some type of practice. Like I said, you're not going to just know how to do everything off rip. It's going to take some time. We have enthusiasm, gratitude, fulfillment, transformation, new experiences. A wonderful opportunity aligned with your life's purpose is approaching. When it arises, take immediate action to embrace it. Additionally, a loving partnership or epic romance may be on the horizon. Maintain your persistence and welcome the positive transformations coming your way. Yep. Let's pull a charm. I really like the maintain your persistence and welcome the positive transformation coming your way, because it's coming. You just have to allow it. You have to change your energy a little bit, change your perspective and your perception. Alrighty. Woo. Okay. I'm gonna read the quotes first. What a desolate place a world would be without a flower. I love that. Encouraging words. It says, use your head to live with your heart. All right, we have a peace, a heart. We have a bunny. A lot of change may be happening around Easter. We have a bull. So maybe Tauruses. Maybe stubborn. Hard to get out your ways. We have another fairy here. Believe in the impossible. We have a star. That reminds me of the star on the pentacles. Yeah, like the pentagram on the pentacles. Ground yourself. Stay grounded, or try to as best you can. We have a peacock. You are flourishing and growing at an exponential rate. Trust in that power of yours, as I was saying before. That's a confirmation thing right there. We have a sailboat wheel, and I have a shark. This is kind of just giving me, again, flowing with your emotions, trying to understand them. Even if you don't, the best way to get through them is to get through them and deal with them and experience them. See how they make you feel. Maybe journal, ground yourself. Don't let the anxiety kind of take over. And then with this fairy, I really feel like this is emphasizing new life. You are just beginning something here, clearly, and it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, babe, that was your reading. This was a good reading. I really, really hope it helped. If you would like to book, all of that is in the description box below. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you like my energy like I love yours, I will see you in the next one. Bye.